Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Capata?
Here.
Ms. Passio?
Here.
Ms. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Farrell?
Here.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Here.
Mr. Shapiro? Mr. Murray?
Here.
Mr. Long?
Here.
Mr. Batesworth?
Here.
And Ms. Straley?
Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on January 5th, 2024, and 2, emailed to the retrospective Borough Post on January 5th, 2024. Presentation, Chicken Pilot Program. You guys want to come up? You want me to move it more? I'll move it more.
Is that your spokesperson?
Do you want the little thing? Or?
No,
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I'm going to share with the rest of the council.
Of course, that's what I said.
Hey.
Whoever wants them.
So these are Runnemede eggs?
Yeah, running eggs.
Running
You're going to start throwing eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so this is, I'm Samantha Singizer. Heather Farrell.
And I'm Jennifer Ruby.
Alright, and we are 3 of the 5 members of the Chicken Board.
Do we know who the spokesperson is with you in your arm?
Oh, and this is Rachel. This is my newest addition to the family. She's our mascot, actually. So, for review for 2023, we had 7 total applicants. Out of those 7 applicants, we had 4 licenses distributed, 0 complaints, and then we had 3 meeting dates as a member board as a whole. Those were on March 11th, 2023 in person, July 24th via Zoom, and then August 1st, 2023 in person at National Night Out, which we got to give out some cute little things that Jennifer got for all the kids, and stickers and pencils, tattoos, all chicken themed, and we gave out some applications for anyone who's interested and all sorts of info. And these 2 have chickens. I'm one of the applicants that didn't finish getting her coop built, so there's a reason now. I brought my excuse.
Yeah, so that's the question I wanted to ask. Why do you have 7 applicants and only 4? Because you have to get the chicken coop and everything ready?
Yes, coop is ready, run is not finished, so you can't get the inspection done until that is complete. I've reached out to the 2 other applicants that didn't get theirs finished. One told me the same story that I have, and the other one remains at large. I don't know what her process.
So the process is what slows people.
Yeah, yep.
But it's the
Yeah,
right
there's
way.
people that are interested, but yes, they just have to build, they have to do the steps. Yeah.
That's good. Is there any questions?
Well, I have a question. The Green Fair is going to be on April 21st, and Kathy Honeybrook said she would be sending you a letter. She wants you to come and have your chickens, talk about your program at the Green Fair. So this is an informal invite, but you will be getting a formal one from Kathy Honeybrook. She is a Green Team chairperson.
Sounds great.
So nice to meet you all. I see you all the time.
So was there anything we needed to do after this 1-year evaluation? Can we just-
Yes, we do.
What do we have to do?
We have to permanently codify it.
Yes.
All right, what's the general opinion? I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, the only thing I would say is that there may be some people in town who do things without going through the proper channels. I believe in, complaint-driven mentality. If the tree falls and no one's there to hear it, it did not make a sound. That's my answer. And so I don't have any complaints. Is anybody's attitude towards this? And,
Mr. Mayor,
I live right
oh,
on
the
the
police
street.
chief, yes.
as the chief of police, everything comes to my desk, and I haven't heard one negative thing,
Not one.
not one.
Yeah. I've had nothing.
I can tell you a lot of my neighbors don't even realize that we have them.
Okay.
They do make noise, but they're like, oh, you have chickens? back there.
Yeah,
They
because
don't
sometimes
even,
birds make a lot of noise, you know,
Right.
just it kind of,
they don't
some
even,
people don't even really realize that's happening.
I think one thing that's encouraging is that you are holding yourself to the standard. You know, there are other places where when somebody who's on the board of something thinks that by nature of being on the board, you are thereby exempt, which I think causes the whole house of cards to fall down. So I was very happy to hear that. So Mayor, are you authorizing me to draft a permanent?
As long as there's no objections from council, they're the ones that you have to vote on it, so as long as there's no objections moving forward. You know, I will say this, one thing I gotta remind council and everyone again is, council can change their mind in the future. If something goes the wrong direction, you know, we do have the ability to change our minds. It's not a one-way street.
Well, it seems to me they have good control.
Good.
And,
You are skeptical about the change.
Oh, very.
Can I tell you the tape?
Because I had
You will relive that.
It was a struggle on my part, but I do hear that it's working well, and these young women are very responsible women, member of the school board here. So, you know, these are not fly-by-night women. These are women
You had
that
your
hold a
concerns.
position in town, and I respect that. So
Chicks are being women.
I really have to say thank you for bringing the chickens, and welcome.
Is there anything else? I'm good. Okay. Well, then, we'll have the attorney change it into a formal ordinance.
I'll draft it, it'll be on for first reading next week, and then the public hearing in April, and then we'll be permanently good to go. In the meantime, everything stays status quo, and yeah, it's a simple change, it's just what we have as a pilot program, get rid of the word pilot, and it's now the program.
So is Gwen still involved?
We keep in touch with her. I think she actually may, because, I don't know, my chickens, they stay together, and I feel like you have to kind of train them if you want to take them out to places, because they like to be with each other. And hers, she does take out. So if there's like ever an event, she may go. Like I spoke to Patty. I told her I'd love to talk, but I don't know if my chicken will enjoy.
They're very social.
They're very social.
Yeah.
When you take them away from
They're
each
like
other, they
hermits.
start yelling. They want to be back with their,
Oh, they're
sisters. They just like to stay with their sisters.
Well, we can talk to Gwen
I
later.
can't hang out.
Like Gwen Nova moving
That's all
forward.
like when, yes.
Because she was here many, many years ago, and we were very skeptical.
Yeah.
Because she was moving from town to town, and
Yeah.
I'm glad it's positive. I'm surprised that so few people have applied, but I guess, you know.
It's
you
the
never-
process. There's a process, which is good. It's good.
I agree.
There. Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great, so that'll be on the agenda.
Yep.
Go ahead, Emma. Oh, at the top, yeah. Okay, proclamation. New Jersey Education Association, I guess that is. We'll do that at the next meeting. And the new business for the March
no, you
meeting.
can read it probably tonight, because it's for March 2nd.
You want to do it tonight?
That's right.
Go ahead.
You have two more for the council meeting.
Want to do this one tonight?
Yeah.
All right, I'll read it tonight. Okay, Office of the Mayor Proclamation, Read Across America 2024. Whereas the citizens of the Borough of Runnemede stand firmly committed to promoting reading as a catalyst for our students' future academic success. Their preparation for America's jobs of the future and their ability to compete in a global economy. And whereas the Borough of Runnemede has provided significant leadership in the area of community involvement in the education of youth, our youth, grounded in the principle that educational investment is key to the community's well-being and long-term quality of life. Whereas NEA's Read Across America, a national celebration of reading, will begin on March 2nd, 2024, the 120th birthday of Theodore Seuss Geisel, better known as Dr. Seuss. And whereas Read Across America, New Jersey is being conducted statewide by New Jersey Education Association, the New Jersey State League of Municipalities, the New Jersey Library Association, and their local affiliates across the state. Now therefore be it resolved, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Runnemede calls on the citizens of Runnemede to assure that every child is in a safe place reading together with a caring adult on March 2nd, 2020. And be it further resolved that this body enthusiastically endorses NEA's Read Across America and Read Across America New Jersey, and recommits our community to engagement in programs and activities that make America's children the best readers in the world. I actually got 1 year to read it down. Did you ever do that? Did you ever do that, Chief? Do reading at the schools?
I did it together.
We did it in
We
1
did
year?
it together.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay. New business. Public hearing on ordinance 24-02 is an ordinance amending Chapter 120 Code of the Borough of Runnemede entitled Construction Code. These are the new fee changes we talked about, so hopefully we've got it squared away. Once it's done and we adopt the ordinance and I sign it, we do have to get our IT guy in to update those in the program, update that.
So that would be Ryan Anderson? would have-
No, there's a separate gentleman who does the construction software. It's a separate program, just like I think police have some separate programs, but it's a separate program. I don't know if you have separate programs, but it is. You're aware of that? Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, the program for the construction department is very specific to construction official UCC fees. So this guy would change, if something goes from $4 to $5, he would come in and change that. So when the technical assistant pushes the button, it automatically has the right fees. But it has to be done. So even though we do the ordinance, it still has to be done on the computer. Okay, used car lot application for approval, just do that at the next meeting. Century Auto, we're all got their paperwork in. A refund for $250 deduction billed back for block 14710. Is that a senior deduction?
It should have been a widow of a veteran, and it was coded wrong, so we owe that money back to the.
Okay. Resolution authorizing participation in the 2024 CHIP safety program. We always do that. Authorization to proceed with block proposals application, ADA improvements at Harry Williams Complex. That money was put aside last year, but we didn't do a formal resolution, so we're going to get this thing moving forward. CDBG application for ADA improvements. So what we're doing is we're authorizing our engineer to start the drawings and all the work. We have the money to pay for that, but simultaneously we're going to go to the county to ask for funding of this. And for the first time in how many years? How many years you worked here? 20? It's the first time in over 20 years. CDBG is allowing us to put a second application for the road program for 4th, 6th, 7th, 8th. This is a continuation of the road program we started last year, doing the dead-end streets. They're in our census block. The CDBG money is for two things. Census block, which is basically serving certain areas of the state that meet the financial requirements. And then ADA requirements, those kind of things. So the Harry Williams building is not in the CDBG census tract, but those roads are. Roads are easy because it's spending the money gets spent, and it goes good. The only problem that they said to me was they have no idea what the funding is going to be because, as you know, the federal government sometimes changes their mind. We'll see. The advantage of doing two applications is, I believe, one is if they do have funding for us and they say the road program continue going down the roads, this will be great to do 4th, 5th, and keep going. It also puts the Harry Williams addition on the radar screen. They're going to see it, they're going to evaluate it, come back to us and say, what makes this a better application? So about a year and a half ago, Bach Associates drew an addition on the side that would be ADA compliant entrance and restrooms, and a little storage area and things like that. Concession, yeah. So it would change where the bathrooms are located now, how we get into the building. It'll be more useful for like when the chamber has events, when we do
So we
things.
do have a drawing.
It's just a concept sketch.
Oh, concept.
The first one down there for the ADA improvement, that was authorizing us to do the plans and get it ready to go out to bid.
Okay.
So that's the first part of that list.
So actually, construction drawings. Without the construction drawings, we can't get real prices. But the 4th, 5th, we have good estimates on the cost to repave those roads.
When are we going to see the plans, the final plans
For which one?
for the ADA?
We haven't been authorized to do the work yet.
You can make a motion to do the resolution tonight, and I'll put a week on them, make them work faster.
You know,
You want to make a motion? What's our resolution number?
Which one is this? For the roads?
Yeah.
No.
No, ADA.
Harry Williams.
For the highway, you have to
The
do the first
improvements.
one, you have to do,
Hey, it's a week.
the first one
Is
is
this for the
2445.
improvements?
Yes.
45 for the addition.
And that's all going to be ADA compliant?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. So, Ms. Kelly?
However, it's going to be a little while.
What do you mean a little while?
This addition's not going to be put on.
Your Honor, I don't think you should answer for Mr. Conklin,
Just
Associates.
saying why we have to do soil borings to make sure we get the right footings and things like that.
Soil borings, yes. I get that, it was awful.
I like you thinking this out.
We'll save a week, though. By doing it tonight, we save a week.
Okay.
Get it
All
going.
right, resolution
Let's get it going.
2445, authorizing Bach Associates to do the engineering and architectural as required for the addition at the Harry Williams Community Center, Community Complex. Would you like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Shapiro. Per the proposal. Yeah. Per the proposal, I should have said that, per the proposal. Which everyone received. Roll call, please.
Ms. Patzia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Levinson?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Marion?
Yes.
So that resolution is adopted, now you can start. So tell me when you're going to be done.
Make me happy, Mark, make me happy.
Architectural job.
All right, resolution land use pledge. I need a copy of that. Does anybody have a copy of that?
It's going to be in your pack.
What is that?
2448. Here. You can use this one.
46. Here it is, I found it, sorry. She gave me cheat sheets. All right, Runnemede, resolution 2448 is a resolution pledging to take certain steps with the intent of making the Borough of Runnemede a truly sustainable community. I didn't get a chance to go over this. Is this something that you've submitted, Eleanor?
The green team.
Okay. Should I just give a quick over? I think everyone should read it, but I'll give you the quick points. There are 7 of them. Regional cooperation, transportation choices, natural resource protection, mix of land uses, housing options, green design, municipal facilities setting. Sitting. Yeah, I think these are all positive things. They're non-committal, they're just a pledge. So it's not like we're being forced to do anything exactly. Is that correct?
It's a pledge.
It's a pledge.
Go ahead.
So a pledge I don't think is, but it's, we're doing.
What it's do is make us aware
Yes,
that these opportunities are out there and that we should take advantage of being sustainable.
Just be mindful of our responsibility to be sustainable. It doesn't bind us in any way. It's a set of, hey, here's our mindset and here's how we're going to approach the land use decisions. A fair summation, Mrs. Kelly?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm going to shut up now. When you say absolutely, that's my cue to zip it.
okay. So we also have a resignation. Valerie Skinner. Oh, crossing guard. So we're just accepting the chief, you are on top of this?
Yep.
All right, so as long as there's no objections, we should do this tonight also. Accepting the resignation of Ms. Skinner and thanking her for her service. How many years did she work for us? How many years did she work?
About 10.
10 years?
She's very good.
Okay.
Retired school teacher.
Thank you. Would someone like to make a motion to accept that?
I'll make that motion and accept that resignation with regret.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor? All
Aye.
right, we've done that. Personal appointment to construction department. What is that? I am out of order. I do need a second. Not in order.
The one with the sticky note on it.
Okay. Well, you know what she did? She gave me this homework stuff, and I don't know why, so I don't, whatever. Resolution confirming 2024 appointments. Mr. Hastings, he's been working for us for a while, since, this is a new gentleman? Did you interview this guy?
I haven't yet, no,
Is he working for us?
not yet.
Is the other gentleman still working for us?
He's he's not going.
I have no problem hiring this gentleman.
Apparently Gerald, I don't want to say names, but the person who's here now is leaving March 1st, so it's kind of,
Imperative.
Yes.
Okay. I have no problem with it. These are not positions that they're tough to fill. So finding somebody, do we have any background? Oh, here's his resume.
No,
We don't have a resume.
just a new hire form.
Do we know where
hire
he's?
for him. I know he's working in other towns now, and we're going to be bringing him over.
The only thing I'll say about the salary, it would be the same salary as the previous. I don't know what the previous one was. Do you agree with that, Shirley?
I need that.
Yeah,
Okay, same as previous.
yes.
Now, I will say this. If hiring becomes too difficult, and if the department becomes too difficult, we can farm out the work. We have 2 choices. We can do a shared service with another municipality and end any aspect that is not working out. And then the second option we have is we could go with a paid private company. The Burlington City is an example that uses a private vendor, where what does that mean? That means that the private vendor collects the fees, sends out the, does everything, but we don't do anything. Is there a third option? And just so everyone's aware, the state of New Jersey did pass a law that also said that if an inspector can't show up when you need him to inspect, you're allowed to hire your own. And, I like to talk about myself, so in Gloucester Township, they couldn't get out on the day that I needed. I brought in my own inspector, not my own, I had to pay somebody. I had to pay an engineer to come out and inspect it, so it cost me several $100s, but at least I got the inspection done. That's not the best scenario, but just telling everybody that. And if this continues to be a problem now, I don't know too much about, I only spoke to Jerry the one time. I thought he was pretty nice. I know we were going to meet with him.
Yeah, I was under the impression that he was only there to kind of fill in for a little bit, and then he said he wants to finish.
Well, that's it. So we need to do this resolution tonight. So this will be 24, you want to keep it as 47? So 2447 is a resolution confirming the appointment of Stephen Hastings as the plumbing subcode official, mechanical subcode official, pending any pre-employment requirements, and the salary will be the same as the previous. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Murray, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passier? Yes. Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
6 ayes.
Okay. Wow. Proclamation for Women's History and Youth Month. We're going to do that at the next.
Yes.
Okay. We might as well get this out of the way and we'll go around the table. Payment of bills. I know Chris has done a great job sending the bills out. Everyone got a chance to review them. Would someone like to make a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Farrell, second by Mr. Lobenstein. Roll call, please.
Ms. Passier? Yes. Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Lobenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go around the table. I think I double checked on it. I screwed this up bad. All right, we got one more, I'm sorry. Mr. Wozon gave us this one. And I think our attorney's already approved this. This is a release and indemnification and hold harmless agreement between Salem County Improvement Authority. This is for disposal of
More or less waste, solid waste.
any type of solid waste, or?
Yeah, when we have roofing material, regular garments from dumpsters, so forth like that.
So not yard waste?
No, not yard waste. We have to take it to, you can't go to Pensacola when you go to Salem.
Okay. Kate, you're not leaving, are you?
No, I'll be back.
All right, the attorney reviewed it, Mr. Wozon, we've done this in the past?
This is the first year they're asking for a whole harmless.
Okay. Do we need any kind of, from the council to approve signing this?
Good to go. You did it, it's there. Yes, Mrs. Kelly?
If this is for it's not for,
It's for trash.
exactly what is this for?
So you can dump trash in Salem instead of going to the incinerator.
Frankly, they should have probably had that provision before, but.
And they just want to make sure we're driving onto their property. If our truck, something happens.
Why do we have to go to Salem? Why can't we go to the incinerator?
Harry?
There's items that's not accepted at the incinerary, so we have to either go to Pensacola or Salem County.
When you say items like electronics?
Roofing.
No, roofing, when we do construction jobs, tear outs and so forth, some of the material cannot go to the incinerary because it's overwhelming for percentage-wise. So then we have to take it to the landfill.
So it doesn't mean electronics, it's just construction?
We recycle the electronics in town.
That's totally separate from electronics.
Okay, so the whole arm list, do we want a resolution?
Is it, so do we already have an agreement with them?
It's an as needed.
Okay, so yeah, let's approve agreement between Borough of Runnemede and Salem County Improvement Authority.
All right, so resolution 2450 is a resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the home harmless agreement with Salem County Improvement Authority. Someone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Lobenstein, second by Mr. Shapiro. All in favor? No roll call, there's no money, right?
Fine as is, Mayor.
Okay. Is there anything else
So
we have to work
Howard,
on?
excuse me, can I ask you this? Where does like hazardous material go and where does electronics go?
We have a vendor that we have a contract with that for at least the past 6 years that comes down from North Jersey and takes our electronics, takes it to a facility and deassembles it and does what they got to do that way. Hazardous materials, we do not collect them in Runnemede whatsoever. We have people go to the county when they have hazardous material waste day.
The one in Linden Wall.
They have multiple locations. They're actually getting fewer and fewer for them to have it because of the cost, and it's to the person itself to pay for it. So the county is starting to get very strict on it and so forth on that hazardous waste materials.
Okay, before we go around
Thank you,
the
Larry, for clearing that up.
table, I did want to bring something up. I know it's public safety, but I want to make you aware of it, the personnel. Chief, you have a second? So we have to replace a fireman. And I believe you've reviewed the civil service list.
Yes,
And do we know if any letters have been received?
yes.
We got 3.
Right.
It was one of the gentlemen.
Well, Joyce was supposed to remember, we agreed that Joyce would pull, I believe it was.
We asked for 50,
Yeah, but we
but only 3 letters were
We
responded.
only ended up with her pulling 10 names off the list. Well, we received the list from civil service, we only received.
Okay, but the civil service list,
We
the
got
3
the-
names that were, we had 3 response. Are
Correct.
you not satisfied with the 3
No,
responses?
we are.
Oh, okay. Then we don't need to do the 50?
No.
Okay. Don't bring it up. And then, so that we have somebody, so what I would like to see is, you want to start the process with
Yes,
Ms.
and-
Kelly and her committee?
By the end of this week, we're going to be submitting the 3 names to the, back to civil service, because they're going to have to take a physical utility test. So once we submit the 3 names back, they will get summoned to report to a physical agility test that they'll have to take. Then once they pass that test, we'll get the results back, and then we can start interviewing.
Okay?
Okay.
As long as we're on top of it. I just want to make sure, I knew you had gotten it, and I'm sorry I didn't call you about anything, but I knew that we had our, I remember seeing the civil service list, and I was hoping that you would get a letter
When
responding.
the civil service notifications came out to the 10 recipients last Monday, they have two weeks to reply. So by the end of this week, it should be finalized. We'll submit the names, it'll move forward, they'll get summons from civil service to report at a certain date and time to do the physical agility test.
So you got all that? I mean, there's a
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say, since we brought up civil service, is that's another thing we have to resolve. So with Ms. Pinto leaving, civil service is under her. And that's what I think the chief is trying to point out.
Beth is the
That we
alternate.
asked Joyce to get a 50, and we got a 10, and
I
I don't mean to
believe
be,
Beth
but,
is the alternate.
well, that's what we want to, I'm hoping Ms. Miller takes over the civil service stuff. She doesn't know anything about it, but I will tell you this. Here's how my attitude is towards it. The chief of the departments, they do their jobs. They look at it, they figure out the names, the process, and then just make a recommendation. The only thing that you would do is request the lists,
Correct.
make sure that civil service is notified when we're hiring. That's about it. And then the only thing that we have to do a better job on is when we do make promotions and hire, that we properly put the person's name in the civil service.
Yeah, I thought.
Because that
they
can hurt
did
people in the future if we don't do that.
I could call them and make sure periodically, hey, you got this guy with this?
But every department has to do it, so that's what my point is. Our job is not to, civil service dictates how they hire. We have contracts and we have civil service, so all we're doing is just letting it go through the process. So we can talk more about it. But what the chief is talking about, and we wanted a larger list to draw from.
If I may.
Yes,
So when you request a list, so let's say it was 50 people, civil service requires you, I do know this part, they require you to go in and code every name, regardless of what the regardless who responds.
so she would have to code 50
So
names.
you would have had to code 50 names, and then they go through and they send back, we don't want that code on that, we don't want the code.
So here's what I would say about that.
Yep.
Explaining.
And this is what I'm going to teach you to do instead of what Joyce did. Play tennis. You hit that list back to the department. Let him code the 50 names. Let him code the 50 names.
We had the state list with the fifth.
Yeah, so he can code it.
Names on it that we could give to Joyce at any time, she would have asked.
Yeah, so the coding would save, it's not our job to code, correct? The department,
It comes with the
if
code.
they say I'm not interested, they didn't respond,
Yeah, what happens is I would get with Joyce and we would kind of go over it together.
but that's what we're trying to avoid.
Yeah,
We're trying to avoid, I'm trying to make the job as easy as possible.
but Joyce has to be the final, she's the one that deals with civil service, she's the.
She has to
appointing
send that
authority.
information based on what you tell her.
Yes.
Yeah. Does that make more sense?
No, yeah, I worked with her, she didn't fully understand it, and I had to explain it to her, and we stepped through it, but
We don't do it that often, but
we ended up getting what we needed.
that's what I care about.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, second thing I wanted to bring up before we go around is the 100-year anniversary committee. So it's actually 2 years from now. So where's Dave? Dave's not here tonight? Okay, I'm ready to talk about it. So I want to start off with council basically approving we're not going to do it tonight, but maybe I want us to think about it. 100-year anniversary committee, where it would be representation from mayor and council. I believe, and we can talk about this more, the police chief, the fire chief, public works superintendent, CFO, and then getting involved with, say, the RY president, the senior citizens president, chamber president, school board president, VFW commander, those kind of people, unless I'm missing somebody, and then maybe some at-large people, maybe some business owners and things like that, other people who are involved in the, maybe 5 members of at-large that are part of either the borough or the community, I mean, I thought about the churches, but I don't know if they would be interested in it, but, we just find out who would be interested and get together. I did a little research. Most other towns, that's what they do. They start off with a good amount of people, bringing from all part of the town to come together. That'll be the first step that we take. Once we do that, then we can start coming up with an agenda of that. The only thing I would say council and CFO have been talking about is financially what we're going to do. Financially, we're going to have to put some money aside for any of the improvements that we want to try to do for our anniversary, and then any kind of activities. The only thing I'll say about the activities is I really feel that we have a good relationship with our community, our residents, and our business community, and I think they would be generous to an event like this. I remember when the RY had the building built, the snack stand built, there was a lot of generosity from people in town, and I know that the clubs have always done that. So once the committee gets together, then we could talk about where we would go to get different things. And that's all I had, unless anybody had any questions for me before we go around the table. Okay? Patty? Thanks for coming back. You look good with your mask.
I have to wear it.
I know, you gotta be careful.
He's zero
Zero
immunity. So, yeah. Okay, so, anyway, thank you, everyone. I've been working on my agenda for the year, and I do have to meet with my committee, and I do apologize, but we will get together soon. I did talk to Harry about probably about a month ago in regards to our Easter parade that we usually do going around town, and I'd like to continue that. Would be, now the Rotary Club is having their Easter egg hunt on March 23rd, and their rain date would be March 30th, and that's usually when we have our Easter parade. So I say March 30th, the Easter parade, and I say around noon. Harry, is noon good for Public Works? And Eleanor, you will be in charge of contacting Pat and get together with the fire. Around noon, is that
time?
better? Because in case there is a rain date for the Easter.
Whatever time.
Okay, all right, so I say around
We're
noon.
going to be gathering at the Harry
We'll be
Williams.
gathering at the Harry Williams. More detail will be given. Yes, so that's in May. And then, of course, we're going to do our youth mayor and council and our Happy 4th of July, which I want to do booklets this year to give out like we did a few years ago. So we'll be sending out applications to the businesses and hopefully Chamber of Commerce.
And we're going to get sponsors. We're going to go back to sponsors.
Hopefully. And you know what? I really wanted the pricing to be one price if you want to advertise in the booklet.
Okay. Well, they were different, like a full page,
Yeah,
back page.
yeah,
You don't want to do that?
No, because it would just.
But certain people are going to want the back page.
Yeah, and
They'll pay extra.
it might make the book be a big telephone book, so just
Well, I
one
think the book that
price.
the women's club did was nice, that had,
One price and,
but they pay extra typically, though. That's when you have to talk to Eleanor. and things
yeah,
like that.
okay, we'll talk about that. But these are things that we'll talk about with our committee. Other than that, I'm going to just say progress because there's a lot to talk about.
Well, the other thing, though, the field house, Aubrey, you said the Rotary, they're going to do a donation, they're going to do they'd like us to show up to do
When I talked to her before,
we're going to do it on opening day.
it was going to be an opening day.
So hopefully members of
So-
council can be there.
I haven't
The
talked.
field
to
house,
her
because
yet.
they painted the building,
Yeah.
some new signs, they want to do it when all the kids are there for opening day. So, I guess, I know what they're doing, they're buying hot dogs for all the kids, did you know that? They're buying all the food that day.
And what day is that?
Right now, it's, I think, April 17th.
But we'll send something out again, and, Tara's putting it all together.
Is it on a weekend? Yeah, it's April 20th. No, softball's 20th, baseball's the 13th. 10th.
What is it, the 20th?
For softball on the 13th.
Yeah, I have the 13th.
11 a.m. I got on.
13th,
So,
okay.
so the 13th is opening day.
Opening day for RYA, and then the field house, dedication.
10 o'clock?
That's what I have on my calendar, 10
Yes.
o'clock.
Mine was 11,
Well, if you're late.
And just one other thing, I just asked Denise to send out for the DOT permits for the 4th of July parade. Did you want to talk to me about anything?
Yeah, Patty, we're going down the pike for Christmas, that's it.
Yeah, we're going down the pike for
All right,
Christmas.
that she'll,
Yeah,
I'll
and
have her submit
how, and how we're
everything.
going to end is something that I want to discuss with
Yeah.
my committee.
Fine.
So it might not end the way
So
it
back
always
on
did.
the Black
So we're
Horse.
going back on the Black Horse Pike, yes.
Okay. Easier for the trucks?
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
yes. And with that, I'm going to just say progress.
Okay, great, thank you. Dan?
Yeah, so, on Saturday, the 10th, I went to, training with the League of Municipalities up in, Mount Laurel, so it was the whole group of people. Yeah, it was very enjoyable Saturday. So I did that.
Did they have good food?
Yeah. So, and on the,
I enjoyed that.
yeah, it was good. It was actually was important. Okay. So, and then I met on around the 20th. I met with Mr. Leggy, and that's when we came up. He advised me with the plumbing and mechanical change. And also, it's funny that you spoke about the program here, and Shelley and I spoke about this too. I think we're getting to the point where we're going to have to update something in the construction office with the program, and that's going to be, I think that's going to be a pretty big undertaking. We'll have to really put our heads together and figure that out. But I know we got to put that on our radar. That's going to have to happen. The same day, I also met with the, I was in contact with Richie. I met with the, I guess it wasn't the RY, it was the adult baseball from down at the Babe Ruth Field, and the school district on, mainly on maintenance. I think there was some conflict on how they were maintaining the field, and some maybe doing more damage than good on some things, so we worked on that. And then for
Did
next,
you come up with anything?
we did, and everybody was like.
That's why you were there, to bridge the...
The bridge, yeah, bridging with everybody, yeah.
Was good?
I mean, that's Field of Dreams for Joe.
Okay, I know, Joe's...
We have to be very serious about the field.
And Joe was already talking with the RYA, so they were already on the same page.
Yeah, I think he's
And
been.
the men's league was okay?
Yeah.
Because the men's were doing the most damage, I thought.
No,
It was the school?
I think, yeah, they were trying to drag the field and using a quad, thinking they were doing maybe more harm than good. Is what the conversation appeared to be with me, but everybody's on the same page now, which is good, and they definitely were in contact with Harry, and they're going to kind of coordinate things out a little bit better. And then the only other thing is I did meet, and we'll all be seeing something, I guess, before the next meeting, is Shelley and I met, and we discussed some things about some non-contractual employees that we'll be discussing.
Some salary changes.
Salary changes.
Yeah, we need to try to do that as early in the year as possible. We're already into March, so we've already been talking about this. You may know in different departments where, I don't mean, but,
No, you're good.
so what we're trying to do is not do anything wrong in speaking about people here. So a list is going to go out to everyone to make sure everyone doesn't have any objections to certain individuals getting certain changes and stuff like that.
Yes,
And if we have to fix something again, we fix it again, whatever we have.
it's always moving, it's always moving, so.
All right,
And that's all I have.
thanks, Dave. All right, Ms. Kelly.
Okay, Craig and I went to the NIMS, National Incident Management System, and it was very important that we be there because each town is required to be in compliance with the NIMS statutes. And I have to talk with our OEM office and see how compliant we are, and talk with the county commissioner in charge of the OEM to see if we are not compliant,
Do
just
they
what
know
we
if
need
we
to
are?
do.
Do they know if we are or
Well,
aren't?
that's what we have to find
So
out.
they don't know?
They didn't know.
They don't even know. Okay,
That's what we have to find out.
okay, interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting and eye-opening. As you know, about 10 years ago, when I first came on board, well, 11 or 12, I went to the convention down in Atlantic City and became a certified OEM participant with the certificate and training. And it was an all-day affair. Things have changed drastically since that. And the NIMS brought me up to the current compliance that I was not aware of. So there'll be some issues that we'll have to talk about with our OEM office. And I'll save that for later. The rest of my report, I'll wait until council meeting.
One thing on that, if I may, they talked about the importance of having action plans ready in case of emergencies. Like when the Paulsboro Bridge happened, there was not a lot of action plan. And it was really a big mess. And as the man was talking for the NIMS, he mentioned attorneys a number of times. He said these new attorneys coming out of school, they go to these sessions and they see what towns are supposed to be up on. You know, when you get attorneys involved, it gets difficult.
It does.
Because they want to try to find things.
You talking about after an incident or before the incident?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But, you know,
Nobody hates lawyers more than me.
yeah. But if you don't have a NIMS plan ready,
You can be subject.
you can be subject to a lot of inquiries.
So this is what we want to find
Okay, well, the
out.
state's been pushing, the county's been pushing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can look at what everybody else is doing, and be prepared. I mean, Runnemede is not unique, so we can look at what other people do.
Yeah, we jump.
Did you have to leave at 6:30, Eleanor? Because I wanted to make sure.
Oh, I have to leave.
Because you sent me an email.
Sorry.
I apologize if we went
Time,
along.
time just escaped me. I did have this sent to me by David. It's called Overburdened Communities, and Runnemede is one of them.
Overburdened for what?
Overburdened,
You got too much money?
it's Environmental Justice Mapping Assessment and Protection Tool. And we are an overburdened community. I'll give it to you to look at.
Overburdened with the environment.
And it's the whole redevelopment area on the Black Horse Pike. You see
Okay.
that white section there?
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's why we identified it as a redevelopment area.
yeah. So, and that's part of the overburdened communities.
Okay.
David thinks we might be subject to certain grants because we are
Well,
named as such.
That would be helpful.
We'll have to look at it.
Yeah, okay, great. Mr. Severo, did you have anything else? Or you need to start?
We start. Let's see,
Girls
both
softball.
girls softball and RYA baseball gave me the list to give to Harry. Girls softball, Public Works got the drench in for the,
I saw the picture.
house. They did that today, we sent pictures out. The girls softball went inside, everything gutted out, so they were going to try to improve it. They're doing most of it by themselves. We'll help with it.
But they're only looking for support from us to pay for some of
Some of
the
it.
materials and stuff, which is great.
They're doing everything, most of the guys that play, they have daughters on the team, they do construction work. So
It's internal,
volunteers.
what kind of damage, like water damage, they
Right,
clean
and
it.
that's why they did the drain for the water damage, that should solve that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, baseball gave him a list on what they expect from Public Works, what they would like, which is reasonable, and then at the same time, ROI said that they're, instead of putting costs on us, they're buying throw away baseballs, bags, which is pretty pricey, and a couple other things. They can fix the pitchers mound and the badge box and stuff like that. So everybody's.
Well, the only thing we really gotta
Game.
we used to get back on them, is they have to submit some kind of financial documents.
All right, we
It's
get
not,
that. The new
all,
board.
the new one on the RY and the girls softball, because, we've got our accounting department here, they're paying the electric bill, we're doing all this stuff. Where's their money going? If their money's going to the kids', drum hires and stuff like that, okay. But show us, and they're trying to keep the fees down, but show us.
I'll have them.
And it's been years now, and that has to be part of the give and take. Think about the way we do these grants that we do. We have to put out all the money, then we show them we paid, we spent the money, then they reimburse us. That has to be a little bit with the ROI and girls softball, that they show something, how many girls are signed up, how many, what the fees are they're charging them. And then there's just some accountability, that's all.
Let
he's always attacking them and saying they want more, but they're not showing what they're, I'm glad you're saying they're doing something. Those guys that we met are great. To get in there in a weekend and do that is phenomenal.
And I think they're starting to listen and let us know. Girls softball, when they came in here, I was more upset about them not telling me some of these things throughout the year. And this is the first time I've heard it, and then if I don't know about it, most definitely public.
They don't say water's getting into the snack stand until the season's over.
So,
And then, 3 weeks before the season, they, they tell us.
two of the rules gotta come down.
That's what they're doing. The man, he's doing, he did a great job. You can see pictures.
So, we already talked to him this week, what was it, Thursday and Friday?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
You already knew something?
Yeah, got it the whole place already.
The walls and all that, so it looks good so far. And RY had their big weekend. Cops almost blew the basketball game against, the police against fire.
They almost lost the.
Oh, it was a good game. Oh, it was a really good game. Then the teachers playing, the coaches and stuff like that. Both teachers beat the coaches for the first time since they've been doing it, so. It was a good, successful, other than a little minor incident. Everything was fine. Well, they thought it was a fire alarm, but it was just a
Trouble sensor.
sensor, so.
Okay.
Maria cleared out the building. Well, she, you hear alarms, first thing you do, get out. Then was Harry let her know what's going on, and let everybody else. But it was a good weekend. I mean, awesome. It was awesome. I mean, it was packed all weekend long, and the rest is progress.
I heard the police had a potential prospect of officer on the team.
No. I'm not building that building for me. I know, I heard he was playing with you guys.
I was in Florida.
Yeah, Jack on your team. You should have been on fire.
I was in Florida.
Oh, you were in Florida. Oh, jeez. You get Jack to volunteer for the fire company, not gonna volunteer for.
Next year he's got to play for fire.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, hey Craig, what you got?
I noticed Mr. Wolzonk has had the pothole patchers have been out. I've been seeing them going up and down my street a few times. Thank you, Harry. As we met last week with the softball, we went over that. Public Works is busy with getting the fields ready right now. You know, the big softball field again, at some point we'll look at lowering that, to keep it from overflowing, along the wall. I don't know if we're ever going to do that or not, but, it's something to look at. The softball field, the large softball field, we keep putting dirt on top. Not anymore as much, but the wall's going to overflow at one time.
I think about chipping out some of the wall and putting in drains.
Maybe, we haven't got that far yet, but we might be able to do something like that.
Looks like CDPG.
The rest is progress. Good.
Okay, thank you. Bob?
Thank you. I wrote this quickly, so bear with me. NJDOT State Aid Program, Williams Avenue, Sherrington, and Mitchell Avenue. Council authorized Bach Associates to proceed with design, utilizing option 2 of proposal per resolution 2024-32. Bach Associate will also currently coordinating with South Jersey regarding paving restoration of Sherrington.
South Jersey Gas.
South Jersey Gas, I'm sorry. Paving.
So we don't have to do any design work if they're just doing a mill overlay.
Right. And if negotiations are successful, Bach Associates design on Mitchell Avenue and Blanchard Avenue to Clements Ridge Road will be as a base of the project. Camden County Community Development Block Grant, West 2nd and West 4th Avenues. Council authorized Bach Associates to proceed with design per resolution 2024-34. Survey is complete and preparing base plans and willing to commence with the design upon completion of the base plans. So all these things are going good. CDBG construction on First Avenue. Bach Associates are coordinating with the contractor regarding project closeout, including change order number 2, final payment of application, and number 2, and the maintenance bond upon receipt. I guess you got that mark. Payment will be forwarded. This here, can you put a little detail on that?
Yeah, the project's complete, and we're just processing the closeout paperwork. CDBG wants to get this paid before too long. We're just waiting on the 2-year maintenance fund. Once the construction job is complete, we get a 2-year guarantee from the contractor. So that's what we're waiting on. After I did my report, I received their closeout document, so it's on my desk. So hopefully we'll have that payment on next week's
bill list, okay?
And then we'll be able to give everything to CDBG, so you can get final reimbursement. I think they've already given 25% or something like that to me. So we'll try and get the final reimbursement.
And my final one is New Jersey DOT 2022 reconstruction of Manor Court and Bowers Avenue. Excuse me. Block Association initiated the final payment voucher process within the PMS Post portal. They were coordinating with New Jersey DOT and the CFO regarding final reimbursement for the DOT in the amount of $60,000.
Takes a while, doesn't it?
Okay.
Well, we'll jump right into you, Mark. Did you want to add anything else?
Sure, I'll try and fill in some. I submitted my report in writing, that's what Bob is reporting on. There's a few things I can add. You also authorized us to design the 2023 LRIG project at the RYA complex for drainage improvements. Our base plans are being worked on now. The field survey was done last week, so we just are getting the base plans. So we'll get that ready to go out to bid shortly. What else? I think there's 2 other things I wanted to get. The 2024 local recreation improvement grant applications were supposed to be due today at 5 o'clock. At 3:15, I got an email saying that deadline was extended to April 16th. So we're going to, although the application is done and ready to submit, we're going to tweak a little bit more to make it a little bit more sellable. We want to push through, and that was to do tennis and pickleball court improvements down at the Green Acres Park.
Good application.
We talked about the 2 CDD applications. We talked about starting our design work for the ADA bathroom in the community center. Just want to expand on that, even though this is probably not it. The reason I can't commit to is that we sub out, we're subbing out to a geotechnical engineer, we're going to be subbing out an electrical engineer, and we sub out the HVAC work to some consultants we use. I don't know what their schedule is like, but in-house we'll be preparing the actual plans, but I can't commit to how long that's going to take without knowing everybody else's schedule. So that's why I couldn't give word.
That's why I said.
Yeah, it takes a while to pull all this together to do a building improvement. The sewer extension project on Davis Road, we're going through shop drawings right now. The one that was approved for the precast structures was done a while ago. We're still waiting on a delivery date of those, but it's tentatively March 25th or April 1st. So hopefully around that time, the project will be getting started. As soon as I get a confirmation on that, I will let you all know, and we'll be doing official notice to proceed. We also just received shop drawings for the pump stations and generators, so we're reviewing those. And the sanitary and sewer as-built drawings that we have been working on the past few years. We got comments from DPW, fire chief dropped them off at our office, and we're currently revising the plans based on their comments. And what Bob said and what I said, that's our report, unless anybody has anything, any questions.
Nope, I'm good. Shelley?
Actually, I just wanted to mention the OSC, or the overburdened communities list that she brought up. That actually came up last year. It's just part of the EJ map updates that are sent out every year from the DEP.
Is it this is the CDBG? Is an
No.
overlay on that?
No, it's just a constantly evolving list that the DEP sends out. Everything's on that list, from contaminated sites to stormwater permits to, you know, it's kind of like a wide variety of a census. You know, and they're constant, it's just a constantly evolving list. We actually sent out, I sent out an explanation of it last year to everybody. There's actually 26 towns in Camden County that are on that urban communities list.
Like 36.
Yeah, so.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, easy. Harry, what you got?
I just wanted to confirm for recreation, the scoreboard was working yesterday. We do have photos of it. So, just to confirm that part. Or softball, I'm sorry. But with that building, the whole project, the drainage was put in. There's the RC park is being continued for the demolition of that issue there and cleaning up. Should be completed by no later than the end of next week. Make sure I get a thumbs up from assistants. I wanted to remind the mayor of your site visit to the Scout building and what you've seen inside and so forth, the condition and moving forward with it. And then also we had report to your other constituents, yes. And plus, don't forget the parking lot. You wanted to bring that up?
No, but you can bring it up.
You had a home run on the parking lot.
Well, you can bring it up.
The mayor and I met last week.
Scout building first.
The Scout building itself, the mayor made a site visit with that. It's all cleaned up inside. We are moving forward. Had Adam come over from Bach Associates. We had a couple amendments to make with the plans. So that's being forward. A lot of purchase orders were submitted last week. We just have to finalize some of the items with the W-9 business registrations and so forth. And kind of a little leg with our financial office working on the budget. So it's kind of, you know.
So you don't have to say about the, so me and you went upstairs.
Yeah, I got it.
We gotta get, you know, the upstairs has to be cleaned up. And because it'll never get a CO, it'll never pass inspection with all that stuff on the second floor. They need to get it organized so that it'll pass.
It is, I went up there. It's a mess.
You've been over there, right? But the building looks great. I mean, it's really, it's ready to go. Very quickly, the walls can be closed up. So from what I understand from Harry, to stop me, is there's some as-built changes to the drawings. You know, it requires a mop sink. It does not require a mop sink, but they wanted to put it in, which I think is a good idea. And that has to be added to the drawing, right?
Yeah, a couple small things. Adam met with me, he has it. We're supposed to see some, he said midweek, so hopefully tomorrow or Thursday.
Because now we're getting through construction, and this is just getting the drawings to match what's actually happening.
Just want to make sure what I look like before.
Get out of
So with that progress down in that whole area, girls softball, the Scout building, and RC parks are moving forward there. Around Vanilla Park itself, we've done some cutback measures of the brush through the walkways and so forth. Right now, where everything's dead, we've done the bike path also. The other item is the mayor and I met last week with Earl Asphalt regarding the parking lot across from the library. And it does believe that Earl is donating, repainting the parking lot for the borough, for the RYAA and so forth. So that was a grand slam from the mayor, from our talk with them. They want to be active with the town and support us on things. So they're happy with letting it be public and all, that they want to partner with us. So that was definitely a good thing. We had quotes last year, just so everybody knows. A quote last year came in at $52,000. It was a little high when I consulted with our engineer, but still it was a quote of 52. So it's a large number just to have that little area done.
So he's going to mill and overlay.
I just want to clarify, Earl does do work, will be publicly bid, but that stuff has nothing to do because it's a competitive bid.
Now, this is going to be a donation to the RY.
I know that it has, it's no.
Donation to the, there's no quid pro quo.
So I just want to point that
And
out.
actually, he's going to use American asphalt to do it. He bought American asphalt, so I think that's what he said, right?
Yes.
I just want to let people know that
There's no,
you see Earl in town doing work, it's not
it's a,
competitive bid process, and he showed no favor.
when he moved into the community, he made it clear that he wanted to do something for the kids. And this was something that would benefit that whole area because the school's using that field. I mean, you just talked about the field. So that, and now Public Works did promise that they'll stripe it.
Yes.
So once it's done, they'll stripe it, and then he's gonna fix the drain a little bit, right? Something has to be done with that
Yeah,
drain?
drain's actually on the schedule to be fixed Tuesday of next week.
But they're professional, you know. They're a good company. All right. Anything else, Harry?
Just progress on a lot of items out there. We're getting moving forward, especially with all the fields in the springtime, taking advantage of this weather right now, and hopefully we can stay ahead of it. We actually had the mowers out today, cutting a couple little areas, satellite areas. So, I mean, we're gonna try staying ahead of it.
Nothing for public consumption.
A couple of things. On a
Take the
personal,
microphone.
on a personal note, we're talking about the word softball. That's where I was down in Florida representing Team New Jersey. There was 14 states represented, and I can proudly say that we came home with the title, the Challenge Cup. Two things. Angelucci's started his third week in the academy. He's getting it pretty good down there. I talk to him every other day. He's doing a great job. He was named squad leader, which is a good honor to start with. So he's pounding down there. They lost 7 out of their class already, but hitting one won't be him. We got 2 new police cars that you guys got us. Shelley, thanks. They're sitting in a lot ready to be outfitted. They're marked. And then tomorrow I was invited to speak to the Cub Scouts at 6:30 by their leadership. I'll be there at 6:30 at the senior center, fielding all their questions. I'm good, Harry. I'm good. Everything else is good.
All right, thank you. Yeah, I hadn't heard from you in a while. You've been quiet.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's great.
All right, anything else? Okay, if not, let's go to the public portion. This portion is open to the public. Anyone wish to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name, and count on hard. Move that microphone closer to you.
Okay. So, I'm Kathy Hornibrook, the chairwoman for the Green Team, and I'm just going to make a report, basically. On February 25th, 2024, the Runnemede Green Team submitted the first set of actions to Sustainable Jersey. The points completed total 180, which if approved would qualify us to maintain our bronze status. We are working on several other actions and have 2 more dates for submitting completed actions. And those dates are May 1st and July 28th. We're still hoping to accrue enough points to reach the silver status. We need a total of 350 points and to meet a few other criteria. One of the actions we are currently in the middle of involves community outreach. We have collaborated with the Women's Club of Runnemede, the Barrington and Summerdale Green Teams, the local library and school system. We're offering a series of environmental seminars, the first of which took place on February 20th at St. Maria Goretti Hall. It was a success and we had 62 people attend. The first seminar was provided by Allison Hartman from the Pineland Preservation Alliance. The second will be March and will be given by the Delaware River Keepers. In April, we will have a seminar led by the Sierra Club. And last but not least, in May, we will have the Camden County Master Gardeners. Okay, so we have a lot of things that we're working on. One of them, I'm going to mention, it may happen, it may not happen, but I would like to see a couple bike racks in town, just 2. I was thinking, one maybe by the gym, because kids throw their bikes down. Maybe one at the field. And if it's $12,000 per site, that would be $24,000.
You looked into them, they're that expensive?
No, that's what Harry told me.
Oh,
You're misinformed on that, I didn't tell you that.
how much are
1,200 hours.
1,200?
12,000.
No,
That might have been the number.
1,200 sounds more realistic.
Well then, we can do it.
We could do it.
Okay, so we'll just look into everything and I'll come back to that price. All right, so another thing is,
Maybe take a picture of where you think they should go.
yeah,
And then the green team kind of, what the look should be. I don't know about colors and things like that. And then we'll either use the funds from the green team or funds from recreation or
Yes.
funds from buildings and grounds.
well, that's one of the
So
reasons.
one of the 3.
Yes, that's what was one of the things that I said when we did the fundraiser.
Yeah, you wanted money to do stuff.
For the bike
Yeah.
and for signs for anti-idling and anything else for,
Yeah.
okay. All right, great, thank you. All right, So at the February monthly meeting of the Green Team and Creative Team, now please, the Creative Team is made up of a bunch of people, such as Ken Lee, Keith at the library, Ken, who is their tech person at the library, and other people. They are antsy to do stuff. And for me to keep them,
Antsy to do what?
they want to be creative. They want us to, first of all, they come out, they said that in order for us to start doing things, we really need to have a town where there's communication. And we don't have communication.
My cell phone's right there.
Yeah, I know, but we are trying to get out.
Well, give me an example.
Okay, so here we go. So one of the things, I attended the Chamber of Commerce meeting last week. We were talking about the town is really filthy, really filthy. And it's not anybody's fault.
Well, I might say it's the business owners and the property owners.
If you go up and down some of the side streets, they're horrific. Now, I know where that problem is coming from. It's the recycling cans. They're too small, and the people are really trying to recycle. They bunch it all up in there. When there's wind, it blows everything, there's no lid. So I was thinking we could do maybe, try to get a grant, where we could buy bigger cans with lids. But in the meantime, we were thinking of having a spring clean in town, where we get the word out to everybody.
Great idea.
People along the pike. Now we're going to start to clean up to get ready for the centennial. So we were thinking, we'll have everybody on the pike clean up, wash up. Everybody up and down the streets, side streets, they have to clean up also. Then we were thinking about approaching Lowe's or Home Depot. Supposedly we can get free paint. So what we would do is offer the people, the businesses along the pike, look, you don't have to buy the paint. We are going to offer you paint. We're going to offer you rollers. We're going to offer you whatever you need. We will even offer you people to help you. So this way the town starts looking nice. We'll think about planners and other things as time goes by. But this is going to take a, and we want to do that. Our people want to do it. The chamber seemed very interested, so,
What's stopping? What, do you feel that we're stopping?
Well, we're going to have to get the word out.
Okay, so how do you need to get the word out?
Okay, and another thing is, let's talk about, there is no place where, like, for instance, one of the things they brought up is they would like to have a deck page on the website where you have a calendar. And so you don't have meetings, like my meeting now is, I'm supposed to be at the Women's Club.
Oh, yeah, you're a part of that, yes.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that overlap and get, because we have no way to know what's going on around. People call
Well, I spoke to
the
Ken,
library.
let me stop you for a second. I did speak to Ken about getting more involved. Beth will be taking over shortly, and we can do a better job for the website. We pay a monthly fee to update the website.
Yeah.
The problem we have is, no one's giving us enough information to update the website. So, if Ken and Keith want to be more involved, I have no problem now. Everything will go through the clerk, because we do protect the borough from misinformation. I'm not saying they'll give it to us, but everything has to flow through a little bit of accountability. But we can update it, we can do it. Our IT guy said to me, our website guy said to me many times that we could do more and more. But it takes time to get all this information.
Okay.
If they're willing to do it, we're not going to stop them.
Absolutely. So it would be a place where all.
Tell them tonight to send stuff to Beth, and we'll get it on the website. We'll try that as a start.
Oh, we're going to have a regular calendar right away.
We can have I agree, I would love to see electronic calendar.
Because I'll tell you, the library has been complaining that people call them. They want to know what's going on, where are dates, and they said they have no idea.
I can't help that.
I know, but thank you.
I'm the library liaison, and they asked me the same thing when we go there, and I say we have public meetings all the time. We have stuff on the event calendar on our webpage.
Every meeting is recorded.
Every meeting
and posted on the internet.
Okay. People want things easy. They're not gonna wanna come to the meetings
Well,
to find out about.
They need to call people, I'm sorry. But before I was on council, I lived in this town, I was in the town for, what, 25 years. When I needed something, I called the Borough Hall. And I get the information, you know, and for people to say that.
But wait a second, you think the website is our answer?
Yes.
Then why don't we do the website?
On the deck page.
How about we agree,
I will.
we'll agree to do the website.
Right on.
And if people say they still don't know, to look on the website, that you're gonna have to take care of that.
Well, we're gonna worry about that.
Okay.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Send information to Beth immediately.
Okay,
Tell
thank you.
Keith and, Ken.
Okay, thank you.
Who else would like to speak? Sorry? Just never happened. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm John Pagliazzo. I've been in this town for over 40 years. Original Detmar Terrace, down on the dead end of Orchard Avenue, Leeds Turnpike. Papasio's been out to the street, which is in dire need of repair. I mean, we got grass growing in the street. Bob's been out there. He was an architect, or not an architect.
Engineer.
An engineer out. And they did Reed Street over 10 years ago, or whatever they did it, and said that Orchard would be next. Our street's falling apart. They just filled the hole again, that's why I'm here, they just filled it again today. You know, holes say this size, they put them little pea-type bees in there, and now they're all over the street. Not the ones they just filled in, the ones they've done the last 20 years. They just keep coming and
Hey,
putting a
Harry,
Band-Aid on it.
I understand. That zipper we bought, is this an example where the zipper could make a difference and fix until we can get the road?
Yeah, until they fix the street, if
Can we
they
zip
could
it,
put real
can we mill
tar,
it and do it?
real asphalt instead of these little peas that wind up in everybody's house. That's what we're
It's something
doing.
we can take a look at to see if it would work there with it itself, the equipment. Right now, we did go down there, we had reports of the potholes. We put down 5 tons throughout the town in the last 2 days.
Is it the little peas though? It's like they fill it with those little beads.
Well,
They just all come out. They don't ever stay in.
It's a material we purchased from the suppliers.
But I see streets that have big patches of asphalt, right? Can't they just put asphalt in there?
When we have time and staff, we can, we try to. Most of the time you see that out there is from the utility companies that have done repairs and so forth. Okay, we have unfortunately a small staff at times.
But this was a quick fix. Let me stop you. It was a quick fix. We bought a piece of equipment that can do exactly what the utility companies do. Cut it out, mill it nice, and fix it. You know, the reason Orchard Avenue, if you were here for the whole meeting, you heard what we tried to do. You know, the reason we got money for Reed is Reed was a street that we got DOT funding, I think, from Clemens Ridge Road all the way down. If you remember those years, we kept doing Reed. Now you see they're giving us money for the dead-end streets on the Black Horse Way. So we do try to move the money around and make it, but I agree we need to do our repair work, and that's what we're trying to do. We have our own pothole, hot tar mix thing, what is that called? Hot patch, which is what you're talking about, where we put hot in there. But we also have the equipment to do a better patch job. And
That stuff just comes down every time, and
it's a quick fix, that's what it was. It's a quick fix, and it doesn't.
It'll last, it'll never last.
Yeah, so we have to get back out there. So you're on the radar screen. I know, you know, we're trying to do a better job.
I mean, I've been here 20 years now, on Orchard. I was on Detmar before that.
Well, Denver has grace in the street too. So.
Yeah, but Orchard, I mean, like I said, if somebody comes down, like I said, in the summer, there's grass growing in the street.
Now, we're constantly, as you can see, every year we're investing in the community. We're trying to get stuff done, but we're trying to catch up.
I know, but when I talked to Pat, our street was next, when they did that back
We
then.
did do some of Orchard.
I remember you.
We did part of Orchard.
I remember
We didn't get to the dead end though.
when he
get down to
found
the dead
out if we do the street, he'd have to do sidewalks and curbing. You didn't want it.
Wait, we don't
No,
have
I
to
don't
do
think they
sidewalks.
do that. If they gotta do it, then they do it, but.
Yeah, we try to, if you don't want something, we'll try to get it patched. We'll try to get it
It
patched.
just keeps coming out.
We buy hot patch and we try to fill the holes as quickly as possible.
Joe, recently, I was out there with the head of engineering and now our engineers, there's an empty lot, across on an angle from you. And we're trying to see who owns that land, see if we can put a stormwater in there to get your water back
That
out.
would be really good.
Do you know who the owner is of that property?
Yeah, they live right across the street. You're talking about where Tony used to live. where the house is with the big lot.
Right.
Well, the house right next door to where the big lot is, with the white fence,
Right.
they own that property.
How do we not know that, Steve? We didn't know.
He owns that.
We just got that back from the tax assessor.
We got that back in the taxes.
Okay.
So with that, we have to look.
Because
We get all the runoff from the houses.
Exactly.
That's what we're gonna fix first, we're gonna fix the stormwater
We're gonna
first.
fix the stormwater, that's killing your street too, so we figured, try to get the big part first.
So we need an easement from him to put a pipe through the road.
That's what we're waiting
They
for.
came and replaced the gas lines.
What's that?
The gas lines, they were supposed to do the street again.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's just-
I know.
Okay.
But like I said, I guess.
I don't think
I
I
just spoke to the next guy who was who was the other guy's in charge of the street? He came out, Mike. Is Mike somebody in charge of the street route?
Big guy.
Yeah.
Mike.
Is it Mike, somebody came out after I talked to you? I'm just saying, there's somebody else in charge of the streets now? You still are?
Yeah.
Was there an inspector from Bach Associates? What's
Oh,
his name?
somebody came out.
I had the engineer out, and like I said,
Like Root when he was part, probably.
Maybe Mike Group years ago.
Yeah, years ago.
Okay. We'll try to get it done.
but like I said, we're trying to do something. If we find out who owns that.
Well, we know who owns it, we need to get them to give us an easement.
An easement, okay.
See where the lot is now, the house to the right.
Okay.
A nice house with the fence. He bought it when the guy passed away. We lived there before him. So, but I love the idea of the water, getting that away. It was-
Well, they were the ones that were down there talking about it.
Yeah, it's a swamp.
Actually, Gary came up with that.
Yeah, we have puddles out there like.
Yeah, that's what's tearing up the road, all the saturation of all the water. So no matter what we do, we go out there and put it.
Now, is that coming off the turnpike? Is that where we're getting that
No,
runoff
everything's coming down from uphill from Broadway.
Yeah, 'cause we have one sewer up our street.
One
And
storm
those
on
sewers on
yeah.
the corners, we get it from 2 blocks runoff.
Correct.
There's a gully on the backside for the turnpike, that
So is there any
don't breach the
chance of
property.
them putting more
That's what we would do.
sewer systems in?
We would put one in.
It would be us. We would put another stormwater line if we get an easement from the guy to put a pipe through
Yeah,
there.
'cause you know what I'm saying, it runs from a block down, there's no other.
Now, we've been doing, we added 300 feet on Crescent. We've been fixing as we can, trying to get the water resolved.
Really great.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Anyone else wish to speak? All right, seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion?
Second it.
Motion by Mr. Lowenstein, second by Ms. Passio. All in favor?
Aye.
The public portion is closed. Is there anything else? No? Would someone like to make a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Passio, second by Mr. Lowenstein. All in favor? We are adjourned at 7:24.